right here alongside his dad here at Widden.
So he's a neat type, isn't he? I mean, Sebring is sort of a larger kind of horse, but this fella is so balanced. I mean, he's just the perfect sort of shape that you need to be able to throw speed.
I look at the quality. He, from tip of his ears to the tip of his tail, this horse just has so much quality. And you saw that on the track. He was a very fast horse. Obviously, he's bred to be a stallion. He's got the most beautiful pedigree. And yeah, I think for a son of Sebring with that speed and that quality, he's a very exciting young horse for us.
And you can see Nureyev in his pedigree, you can see that in his head and his shape a little bit, and Roberto's in there as well, and it's a really interesting international pedigree.
A stunning pedigree. Mick Kent said he's got this fast twitch muscle that he hasn't seen in a horse. And certainly when Rick Jamison bred him, and the great breeder that Rick is, he knew he had a very exciting horse, and I think from day one, Mick Kent has always said, you know, that fast twitch muscle and the speed of this colt is like none other, and I guess that's what really excites us.
Serpedo moved up to Shakespearean Lance at the 200 metres.
He started off so well. I mean, obviously he won his maiden, you know, Sandown in impressive fashion back in 2015. So, you know, he's been racing at a good level right throughout his career.
It's odds on from the outside gate, but never in doubt, a very, very stylish way to break your maiden. And the start of a really nice sequence. He won 6 straight, and really to step up the way he did, 3 of those were down the Flemington Straight, and you really knew then this is a proper horse, and there was great excitement around Serpedo at that time. The stallions are made down that Flemington Straight. It sorts them out, and you look at our top size, your Fastnet Rocks, and of course Northern Meteors and Zoo Stars go through our very own Star Witness. The Flemington Straight is a really tough testing ground, and those 3 wins down that Flemington Straight at that time, and at the times he ran, no horse ran a fast 1,000 metres or 1,200 metres down the Flemington Straight that season. So that is a real testimony to his speed and the quality of this horse.
Serpedo has to come 5 wide, but he's answering now.
Also around the valley too. I mean, that can be a tricky little circuit, can't it? And the speed he showed there, winning, you know, back, that was February 2016.
He was short price favourite, and Craig Williams found himself in a really tricky spot. He was last on the inside. He had to grab hold of him, check across heels, loop the field 5 deep, and he still put them away very, very quickly, and another really impressive win.
But it's Serpedo nicely clear at the 100.
He led them up down the straight the day he beat Illustrious Lad, and again, heavily backed, carried 60 kilos, ran 108 and a fraction, and that day he really stood up, and I think, as I said, the Flemington Straights sorts the men out from the boys, and you knew what a proper horse he was there. Mick is a true horseman. He spends a lot of time with them, and he just loves this horse. If you're not convinced about Serpedo, ask Mick Kent, because he'll tell you he's the fastest he's trained, and the jockeys who rode him used to come back saying they hadn't been on one quicker. So Mick said to me he'll make a stallion this week, because he just has that brilliant speed, and he's just such a beautiful horse.
They're racing in the Goodwood.
He's gone to the start alongside Blackheart Barter's favourite in the Group 1 Goodwood, and the 2 of them fought it out. He got held up probably when he needed to get going, and when he found some daylight, you saw him really savage the line and really attack, and that's the sort of horse he was. He just had that great turn of foot.
Serpedo moves up, takes the lead.
And of course, winning the Sir John Monash Stakes, again, that's a race that's rising in stature too. We're seeing a lot of really good horses coming through the Monash.
Yeah, like I'm Invincible, he won it, and you saw there his second to last, he's held up, and then when he gets out, there's that brilliant turn of foot, and he could just reel off sectionals like none other. When he sees daylight and when he's asked to quicken, he explodes.
And I guess, you know, it is enormously important. You've had so much success with Sebring, his sire, to find a son of Sebring to stand here at Widden, because all your stallions, you seem to have this progression of whether it be slipper horses or, you know, sons of slipper horses, and that's what Widden is really built on.
Yeah, farms have a funny knack of being successful with the sons of their champion sires throughout history, and I think they suit your broodmare band, you understand them, people obviously support them. And, you know, with Sebring, we were looking for the right son, the really fast son of Sebring, and certainly Serpedo fits the bill. I have a lot of clients who love Sebring. You know, the mare sort of may not quite justify it yet in her career, whether she's a young filly or a mare that's, you know, had a couple of foals and you just want to see how they go. If she's had 2 or 3 foals before they've raced. So he's beautifully placed in a very good price point at 10,000 to sit below Sebring. A lot of half sisters to good Sebring stakes winners have found their way into his book, and other mares that have worked well with Sebring, and people are keen to support the younger version. So yeah, he's got fantastic support and terrific opportunity this year.
He's a beautiful horse and a great value choice for broodmare owners. Coming up after the break, a son of Galileo who